This is how I see the three-dimensional geometry projected on the clouds. I mean, it's so intricate, it's incredible. I mean, all I did was few lines. It's just not possible to do. It'll be a map. I mean, you can see so many angles, impossible angles. I mean, so intricate. Look, this is just a simple outlining of the cloud that are right there. Look at this. See how these soft lines, well, they're all very much, I mean, this is geometry. There is no such a thing as gas that look like that. This is some kind of program that is, I mean, you can see the outlines. Perfect. You can see soft line coming. It's just incredible. Look at the, oops. Get the angles. And then it cuts here like that. I mean, it's just incredible, man. You can see right here. Like I say, this is a three-dimensional geometry, so complex. The algorithm for this had to be maybe a quantum computer could do that, maybe. I mean, and it can vary. See how this line on the upper left corner, how this line right here, they're all perfectly aligned like that. And then it comes this way like a step. I mean, and it, so many angles, it's just unbelievable. If somebody wants to do all the outline, it will spend years just doing this piece of picture. This is just not possible to do with conventional deals. Just look at this these lines right here. See how it comes like it's like this. I mean, the basic outline is like that. Then it comes down like this. From there on, it's just, I mean, it's just filled up with all the geometry. You can see it's all geometry. It's a very complex geometry. God. And it cuts into so many angles. Like I say, only a guy can do something like that. An entity of that caliber. Continues up here. And it's like this. But it cuts in different angles. Goodness. You can see that it continues here. You can see exactly where the line ends and another one begins. Because this type of geometry is totally three-dimensional. But it's the same, always the same. It doesn't change. And they always project the same thing, hands and shit. Look at right here. This. Are. Fingernails. Fingers. I mean, look at oops. Look at the geometrical deal right there. It continues. I mean, it's constant and it's so complex. Wow. Look at the lines right here. That right there. I mean, you can see clearly that this is geometry. There is no such a thing as a cotton-looking cloud like that. There's no shit like that. All irregular. This is purposely. Look at oops. Look at the geometry, how it's purposely made the way that it was designed to be made. This is the basic geometry that it was used here. You see lines coming this way. And you see cuts again, the same, in the exact same. And you see the cut here, like that. And then the outline again repeats here, like that. I mean, this is three-dimensional. You can see the lines right there, it continues. Of course, I'm doing a crappy hurry-up deal, but you can see that it repeats and continues. The same lines repeat here, here. Look, it continues here, the same as this one. Continues here, here. It keeps repeating the same thing. It's totally three-dimensional. You can see the cut right there. It's the first time that I am attempting to recreate what I see. I see a complete three-dimensional deal right here. Like that. I went to school for technical drafting, and I took 2 years of that. But what I got there is poo-poo compared to this. I mean, this is just, a lifetime work to create something similar to this. You have to have a kick-ass computer, a monster computer. One kind of computer that we just don't have. Because this thing constantly reshuffle the whole thing. Even if it shows the same thing, it's not the same. You can see, I can see all the outline perfectly. And this one is even more clear. It all amounts to the same thing, a hand. Right here, look, you can see a hand. You can see in the white part, it continues, but it's soft line, so soft. It repeats, and here it repeats the same way. You see the fingernails right there perfectly. It's small, large, larger, a lot larger. Look, this forms a big ass fingernail. You can see the outlines. Like I say, only a guy could do something like that. If he's not a guy, it's some kind of entity that has some badass, ultra super incredibly organic computer, organic quantum computer that can predict all the points in space where that thing is going to recreate that geometry. There's no other way around that. And it forms faces. You can play with that geometry to a point that you just cannot even begin to comprehend. It's just wow. Check it out, that dark cloud, it shapes the same thing. It's just so many times I've seen the same thing. It's just, I'm so familiar with it. Look, it creates the same thing, a hand like that. It repeats here, there, down here, in huge sizes. Look, the fingernail right there, like this. It repeats here. It's continuously. I used to think that there was all faces, animals. No, man, it's all that. A freaking hand in different shapes and sizes. In different shape, no, it's the same shape, but it's in different ways. It's overlap each other in so many ways that it's, wow. Once you learn that shape, you will find nothing else but that. It's nothing but that. So that's gotta be the code of this matrix, the code of God, or what we call God. Might not be that, but it's what permeates here.